Welcome back, everybody. We have
a quick one.
A quick one for you today. It actually was a tip-off from one of our viewers, so thank you for that.
Thank you for the email.
Trigger warning, this is going to be about animal abuse. So,
and it's not going to be the kind of abuse you're thinking
not
of.
Physical.
Yes.
But it's definitely,
just so you understand.
As an animal lover, it pissed me off the first time I saw it. So, if you're somebody that doesn't do well with that, probably don't watch this one.
So, we were asked if we would cover it, and of course we said we would. So I wanted to go.
Our first email, by the way. Thank you for that. So don't forget to email us if you have tips or things you want us to cover.
I wanted to get a legal mind to talk about it. Instead of us just talking about what happened, let's go ahead and see legally in California. Hassan Piker is a Twitch streamer. He's got 1.87 million subscribers, followers. So he is a big streamer. His politics are left wing. So you'll hear a lot of political commentary, a lot of gaming, and he is constantly streaming. So
sometimes like 8 hours a day or more.
Yep. And so you're going to see that unfortunately his dog is behind him that whole time.
He uses his dog as a piece of his set behind him, and we'll just get into the video and let you see what goes on. And it's 5
minutes, so this will be a quick one.
And this is from Legal Mindset on YouTube.
Hassan Piker has stooped to a new low by engaging in what appears to be animal abuse under California law. We're going to talk about that today on The Legal Mindset, where we teach you to be your own judge. Okay, so we've been talking about Hassan for a while and his various legal issues, his battles, his essentially problems that are really dragging Twitch down, dragging the online community, the streaming community. But, you know, a lot of these things aren't reflected in day-to-day life. And a lot of these things you look at with Hassan, they're really affecting the online community or the general, overall atmosphere of the environment he creates. But one thing that is very tangible is how you deal with people in your life and also how you deal with animals. Often, one of the signs of a serial killer is someone who is cruel to animals, or a psychopath is someone that is cruel to animals. And we now have what seems like pretty conclusive proof here that Hassan may have been abusing his pet, his animal here. And we're going to show you that today. Of course, we've got the video here on The Legal Mindset. And of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney. All right. So let's go to the video here and check this out. Here's the video of Hassan with what is his dog in the background. Now, mind you, this has been a 4-hour stream where the dog has just been sitting there doing nothing, absolutely nothing for 4 hours. So God help the dog for wanting to walk around, it stretches legs, not be sitting in one spot for 2, 3, 4 hours at a time. The dog just trying to stretch his legs. Well, of course, that's a no-no for Hassan Piker, and we'll see how he reacts here. Let's play the clip.
Of all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
And you see right there, this is the important point. He tries to claim now that the dew claw of the dog got stuck. You can see right here where he reaches his hand, you see the hand out, he's clearly reaching that hand. From that perspective, it's gonna be his right hand out, and he's pressing a button. Watch this.
America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just...
The only baby here is Hassan, who literally can't handle anybody getting any attention except for himself. Even when his dog goes to get attention, that is too much for Hassan Piker. Therefore, he had to use a shock collar. Now, he's trying to say this was not a shock collar. Oh, it's just vibration. Oh, it was just a vibrating collar. But that has now been fully exposed as a lie. As you can see here, there are individuals who went and took the collar, which he tried to say was just a vibrating collar, and they upped the brightness so you can kind of see where he clearly placed a piece of tape right here over where the shock prongs go for this. If you want to scroll here, you can see this is the model here. That is the shocking version and vibration only. So they've got the charging points that are on the middle side, right? You see right there. These charging points are clearly covered by a piece of tape. He's trying to hide those. And this is the model of shock collar you see, which pretty much matches straight up with what he's got in the stream. And you can see that's available here from eCollar Technology. So this is something that, once again, Hassan, time and again, tries to lie, tries to deceive, but he's called out on. He's called out because, well, he just doesn't know the facts, doesn't know the truth, and he also doesn't know the law. Because under California law, specifically, as I point out here on X, California Penal Code 597, there is a prohibition on maliciously and intentionally causing unjustifiable pain or suffering in any animal. And beyond that, there are local ordinances, that is local laws, against the impermissible use of a shock collar. And because of that, I've encouraged people who've seen this stream to reach out, to use the phone number here, to send a mail, or hey, if you're in LA, go in person and say, hey, look, here's the video, here's what we see. You really need to look at this. It looks like, based on all this proof, show them the picture of the tape over the shock prongs. Say, hey, based on all this, we think that Hassan is in violation here. And at the very least, this will get this investigated. This will make him have to answer for his actions here. And now, while this may not throw him into prison forever, this is not a felony. This is not a capital crime. The point is to show Hassan a person, a Nepo baby that has never had any consequences for his actions in his life. He's always gotten away with everything. He still continues to get away with literally everything at Twitch. To show him there are consequences. People will follow up. They will call you out. And you can't just engage in this bad behavior forever. Dan Clancy may not punish you, but eventually the law will come for you. And these principles you pretend to stand for are really just falsities. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
So, the reason that I wanted to bring this video to you was it has an action item, and I will be calling that 800 number, that 888 number, and I will be requesting that animal control takes the dog and that the dog gets to be rehomed. Because no dog should have to have a shock collar put on it, and it has to be still or get shocked for 8 hours.
Your pets are not an ornament.
No.
Your pets are not for your viewers to see in your background only. Your pets are there to be loved. Your pets are there to be taken care of. Your pets should be treated like a child, not like some piece of furniture that you keep in your background.
And Kaya is not being loved, and she deserves better. And I am going to encourage all of you, first of all, thank you for the viewer that sent this to us, so that we can ask all of you to take that number and call them and share how you feel about this, because I would love to see them flooded with calls for Kaya to have a home that loves her, not one that puts a shock collar on her and makes her lay down anytime she wants to stand up and stretch.
She's a dog. Dogs should be allowed to move about and move freely. If you don't have the time, and this is for everybody, if you don't have the time for an animal, don't get one.
No.
If you don't have the capacity to give that animal what it needs, don't get one. I understand that they're cute, they're fluffy, they're loving, and it's nice to have them to cuddle. But if you cannot give animals what they need, do not get them.
No.
They do not deserve, for their short time on this earth, to be put in a kennel for 10 hours a day, to be put on a desk with a shock collar on and told you're not allowed to move. They don't deserve that.
No.
They deserve love, compassion, care, and interaction with other humans and animals in their day-to-day life. Not just a small snippet of their day when you have time for them and you feel like you can give them a little bit, a sliver of something. That's not what being a pet owner is.
No.
it means sacrifice. And trust me, I understand this because I have 4 cats, 3 of which are under the 1 year mark. So I understand the struggle that it can be to have animals. But it's something that you sign up for when you bring that animal home.
And animals also age. Don't forget that, because I have a son that has a 16-year-old dog,
Our family pet.
rat terrier, that has to get a monthly shot in order to walk,
And special food
and special food.
for his urinary health.
So a minimum of $200 a month my son spends on his little doggy. But he wouldn't have it any other way. And you need to know that that little puppy ages,
Yep.
gets old, and it has special needs.
And your cats will age too. They age a little more gracefully, but still it happens.
Yep.
Sorry. Anybody that knows me knows that like animals are the number
a
one
thing.
Yep.
Should we see what the Lord has to say about it, maybe?
I think we should.
I think so. That might help. Miranda has a special language with animals. She understands them. She knows what they're saying.
All right, so we're in Psalms, and I am in
boy.
chapter 35, and I pointed to verse 7.
The Psalms are usually where the Lord wants us to go when we are lamenting. We can hear a lament, or maybe we need some encouragement when we are sad.
So it says, "Without any reason, they laid a trap for me and dug a deep hole to catch me. But destruction will catch them before they know it. They will be caught in their own trap and fall to their destruction. Then I will be glad because of the Lord. I will be happy because he saved me. With all my heart, I will say to the Lord, there is no one like you. You protect the weak from the strong and the poor from the oppressor."
He just told you. That's from Kaya's point of view. She will be saved. The Lord's trying to tell you that. I've got her. I'm a watch. She's going to get out of this trap. She's going to get saved from this.
There's nothing that enrages me more than abused animals. And I don't think that will ever change. Because we are to be good stewards of what God gives us. And that goes for animals as well.
Well, he gave us stewardship over the animals.
Just because we are meant to have them does not mean you get to abuse them and treat them like dirt.
No.
It's just plain and simple. If you cannot care for them, do not get them. And especially with Christmas coming up, I don't think that you should ever get your child a pet if you are not willing as their parent to put the work in to take care of that pet. Because I don't care what anybody says, if you're getting your 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old a pet, you can give them chores to take care of that pet. However, the majority of the care and needs of that pet are going to be on your shoulders.
Yep.
And to get a pet, a bunny, a cat, a dog, whatever it is, a gerbil, like it still matters. And to get a pet and either not take care of it, or now your puppy is 1 year old and you don't want to deal with its energy and now you're going to rehome it, don't do that.
No.
Especially dogs and cats. Cats are probably the worst because people will put them on Facebook and say, free to a good home. And I don't think you understand that there are evil people out there that watch for that. They take these cats and they use them as bait in dogfighting rings. And these cats are literally ripped apart in dogfighting rings. And they were once somebody's Christmas present that they decided to put on Facebook. So just don't do that. Because the dogs are abused as well. They'll find these free dogs, because a lot of times it's bigger dogs because they don't want to deal with it. They will use these dogs in dog fighting rings. if you are going to give your pet up, make sure you're giving it to a reputable source. Find your local shelter, make sure it's a no-kill shelter, and relinquish them to the shelter. Don't just put them on Facebook, because that is very, very dangerous for that pet. You have no idea where they're going. So just please make sure that if you're getting an animal, that you have the time for them. And that's where I'll leave it.
And then let's end. You'll put pictures up there of your sweet, sweet babies. All the babies, mine, Christopher,
Our family has a lot of
Abigail's.
pets.
So just pop in all the babies, because those will make you happy.
Pets are a blessing. I promise you, they are a blessing.
They are.
Their younger years are hard. The older years are hard, but they're so worth
There's
it.
a big space in
A
between.
big gap in between those two tough times. So just keep that in mind. Till the next one.
Bye.
Bye.